Conspiracy theories? Fact or fiction? You ever get that feeling? That feeling like something's just not right? Like what we're being told, what we're supposed to believe just doesn't add up? That's what we're talking about, man. Conspiracy theories. We love to dismiss them, right? Crazy talk, tinfoil hats, the whole 9 yards. But what if I told you that some of the most wild, most out there conspiracies turned out to be true? We're talking about real events, covered up, manipulated, hidden from the public eye, stuff that sounds like it's straight out of a spy movie, but it's not. It's history, man. And today, we're diving deep into 5 of these conspiracies. 5 times the government, big corporations, they got caught with their pants down. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. We're going down the rabbit hole, folks. And trust me, once you see what's down there, you're never going to look at the world the same way again. All right, so we're starting with a heavy one. We're talking about the Tuskegee Syphilis Study. This went down in Macon County, Alabama, and it's about as messed up as it gets, man. For 40 years, from 1932 to 1972, the U.S. Public Health Service ran this study on African American men. They told these men they were getting free health care for bad blood, which was a catch-all term back then for syphilis, anemia, fatigue, you name it. But here's the thing, they weren't actually treating anyone. They were deliberately withholding treatment, even after penicillin became the go-to treatment for syphilis in the 40s. They wanted to study the natural progression of the disease, even though it meant condemning these men to a lifetime of suffering. Can you imagine that? They lied to these men, told them they were getting treated, when in reality, they were being used as lab rats. They even prevented these men from getting treatment from other sources, going as far as sabotaging their attempts to enroll in the military, where they could have gotten penicillin. This whole thing blew up in '72 when a whistleblower, Peter Buxton, leaked the story to the press. The public was outraged, man. How could the government do something so horrific? It led to a massive class action lawsuit, a $10 million settlement, and a formal apology from President Clinton in 1997. But the damage was done. The Tuskegee study left a dark stain on American history, a chilling reminder of how far those in power will go in the name of science, and the devastating impact it can have on vulnerable communities. It really makes you question everything, you know? What else is being hidden from us? What other atrocities are being committed in the name of progress? All right, so you think the media is biased? Well, buckle up, because this next one's gonna blow your mind. We're talking about Operation Mockingbird, the CIA's alleged program to secretly influence the media. Think about it. Newspapers, radio, television, these were the primary sources of information back in the day. Control the information, control the people, right? That's what Operation Mockingbird was all about. The CIA used journalists, sometimes without their knowledge, to plant stories, spread propaganda, and manipulate public opinion. We're talking Cold War paranoia here, man. The CIA saw the media as a weapon in the fight against communism, and they weren't afraid to use it. Now, the CIA has always denied the existence of Operation Mockingbird, but the evidence is pretty damning. In the 70s, a Senate committee led by Senator Frank Church investigated the CIA's activities and uncovered a whole bunch of shady stuff, including evidence of Mockingbird. They found that the CIA had been involved in all sorts of covert operations, from assassinations to coups, and that they had been using the media to cover their tracks. This wasn't just some fringe theory, man. This was a major scandal that shook the nation. It showed how easily the government could manipulate the flow of information and control the narrative. And the thing is, even though Operation Mockingbird was officially exposed decades ago, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's changed? Are we still being manipulated by unseen forces? Are we really getting the whole story? These are questions we gotta be asking ourselves, man. Chapter 3, MKUltra Mind Control and the CIA's Darkest Secrets. Alright, let's talk about MKUltra. This is some real X-Files stuff, man. We're talking about the CIA's top secret mind control program, a twisted journey into the depths of human consciousness. Imagine this. CIA agents operating in the shadows, experimenting on unsuspecting citizens, trying to crack the code of the human mind. It sounds crazy, right? But it's true. From the 50s to the early 70s, the CIA was secretly dosing people with LSD, other hallucinogens, even experimenting with hypnosis and torture. all in a desperate attempt to control people's thoughts and actions. They were obsessed with creating the perfect assassin, someone they could program to kill on command, a real-life Manchurian candidate. They even used prostitutes to lure unsuspecting men into hotel rooms, where they would dose them with LSD and observe their behavior. The whole thing was shrouded in secrecy, hidden from the public, hidden from Congress. But in the 70s, the truth started to trickle out. A Senate committee, led by Senator Frank Church, launched an investigation into the CIA's activities, and what they found was shocking. Documents revealed the horrifying truth about MKUltra. The experiments, the cover-ups, the devastating impact on the lives of innocent people. Imagine being one of those unwitting subjects, man. Your mind violated, your life turned upside down, and you don't even know why. MKUltra is a dark chapter in American history, a chilling reminder of the government's willingness to cross ethical lines in the pursuit of power. It's a story that should make us all question what goes on behind closed doors, what secrets are still hidden from us. Chapter 4. The Gulf of Tonkin Incident. The lie that launched a war. All right, let's talk about the Gulf of Tonkin Incident. A pivotal moment in American history. A moment that led to the escalation of the Vietnam War. It all went down in August of 1964. The USS Maddox, an American destroyer, was allegedly attacked by North Vietnamese torpedo boats in the Gulf of Tonkin. This was a big deal, man. The president at the time, Lyndon B. Johnson, used this incident to justify sending American combat troops to Vietnam, a decision that would have far-reaching consequences. The problem is, the Gulf of Tonkin incident, as it was presented to the American people, was a lie. Declassified documents released years later revealed that the second attack, the one that really pushed America to war, never actually happened. The Maddox reported being under attack, but it turned out to be a case of mistaken identity, shadows in the water, heightened tensions, you know how it goes. But the Johnson administration, they didn't let the truth get in the way of a good war. They used the alleged attack to drum up support for the war, to convince the American people that we were under attack, that we needed to fight back. The Gulf of Tonkin incident is a stark reminder of how easily we can be manipulated by those in power, how quickly the truth can be twisted to serve a political agenda. It's a cautionary tale about the importance of questioning authority, of demanding evidence, of not blindly accepting what we're told. The Vietnam War was a tragedy, man. Millions of lives lost, countless others forever scarred, and it was all based on a lie. Chapter 5, Big Brother is watching the Snowden Revelations. All right, this last one really hits close to home. We're talking about Edward Snowden and the NSA surveillance scandal. Remember back in 2013 when this story broke? It was huge, man. Snowden, a former NSA contractor, leaked classified documents revealing the massive scope of the government's surveillance programs. We're talking about the NSA collecting phone records, emails, internet activity, all sorts of personal data, not just from suspected terrorists, but from ordinary citizens, from you and me. It was a massive invasion of privacy, a violation of our basic freedoms. Snowden became public enemy number one, a traitor to some, a hero to others. He had to flee the country, seeking asylum in Russia, where he remains to this day. But his revelations sparked a global debate about privacy in the digital age. Think about it, man. Every time you send an email, make a phone call, browse the internet, you're leaving a digital trail, a trail that the government can access, analyze, and use against you. It's a scary thought, right? The Snowden Revelations were a wake-up call. They showed us that Big Brother is real, that we're being watched, monitored, analyzed, and that our privacy is more fragile than we ever imagined. They forced us to confront the trade-offs between security and freedom, to ask ourselves how much of our privacy we're willing to sacrifice in the name of safety. Outro question everything, stay vigilant. So there you have it, 5 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. 5 times the government, the powerful, they got caught red-handed trying to pull the wool over our eyes. It makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you question everything you thought you knew. The thing is, we can't just sit back and let them get away with it. We gotta stay vigilant, man. Question everything. Do your own research. Don't just accept the official narrative. The truth is out there, but it's up to us to find it. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And let me know in the comments which conspiracy theory surprised you the most. We're going to keep digging, keep exposing the truth, one video at a time. Stay curious, my friends.